Hello, Internet. This is BoneCarlos coming to you live with Nov17 as he fiddles with his mic in the introductions. How you doing over there, buddy? You all set?
I am. How are you doing?
Not too bad. The players today are going to be DJHelium yet again spawning as the Purple Terran. His opponent is going to be MVPSuper using MVP DRG. And apparently MVP DRG / Super is a pro player, and the reason this game was played was that they were at a fundraiser where pro players play with amateurs for monies and all that other fun jazz. So PVT, we already know DJHelium is a high masters. Obviously Super is going to be a pro, apparently code S level player. What do you expect out of these guys?
Well, honestly, I'd be kind of really surprised if our red Protoss here went full ham on Helium here. But that's what I'd really like to see, is just that full proness just come out and squash him. But I'm sure we'll see a pretty active game here. Multi drops, just big battles, good micro. These are the things that I expect.
Exactly, and I would definitely love to see Super / DRG do that as well. But since this is a fundraiser, I'm sure he's gonna have some fun with them. Let him play for just a bit before finally squashing him. Now, you were speaking about multi-prong drops, which is for those of you that have been following our casts, DJHelium worked wonders up against a potential map hacker Protoss player, and it looks like he's doing the same exact opening as he was there. Maybe he's gonna follow it up with reactor barracks with those double reapers into some Hellion harass. If he stays true to that build order, well, I would expect Super / DRG to go very standard Protoss build order up against Terran, especially on Neo Planet S.
Yep, this is actually a map that Protoss has a very difficult time taking a third because of its layout. So, I mean, it could be very possible for him to play off of that weakness on that map and just, try to get the W here, which even if, let's say, for example, he was going a little easier because of a charity event, I'd still, alright, he was taking it a little bit easy, but I'm still going to, take at least a little bit of something away from that victory if he can pull this off.
Exactly. And right now we see actually Super DRG, Super / DRG, going with the single assimilator, no quick mothership core, going very standard, very Wings of Liberty-esque with that single Zealot, more than likely going to follow up with a Stalker as soon as this is built. If he is following that build order, but right now nothing just yet. Already see a reactor going down on that barracks after that first initial Reaper, and it looks like Super actually saved up for a quick expansion, so one gate expand. Here comes that Zealot, going to intercept this Reaper very, very quickly, and already some pot shots going to go ahead. DJHelium is going to go ahead and chase away that Zealot, already hull damage being dealt. Mothership core being built, nothing out of that gateway. This could be potentially very dangerous for Super.
It could. He does have the mothership core out now, and that mothership core should be able to shoo away this Reaper.
Yep. So there it goes. Mothership core does shoo the Reaper away. A little bit of a supply blockage by Super, but back at home, Command Center already being underway, about 10%. Fairly late compared to the 50% of the Protoss opponent. But nonetheless, with that Reaper harassing him, might be able to do some sort of damage, at least scout at least.
Yep, at the very, very least. But now with that mothership core institute into HOTS, that's a big part of what makes the one gate expand actually more doable in this game, as opposed to just forge fast expand, or more so just Nexus first, or gives them more options.
Yeah, especially with that early defense. It's really a saving grace for the Protoss in Heart of the Storm, and something a little bit interesting. One gate fast expand with a forge. This I have never seen before.
And I'm telling you, man, it's those Korean pros, man. You can never know what to expect from them.
Right, and already DJHelium putting up that factory, still only on one Vespin Geyser. He might feel the crunch, especially seeing as how his opponent has already expanded. No kills on this Reaper just yet. The Stalker's going to go ahead and give chase. Mothership core crossing that field with that Stalker and Zealot combo. One sentry back at home for defense, I guess, and maybe he senses that Hellion harass coming right from that Reaper, because keeping that sentry there pretty much going to lock down any sort of harassment. But here we go. Look at that Reaper with Marine push, really going to force Super back home, and now this Reaper feels like it's on top of the world with his gang buddies back up.
Yep, he's got this set of Marines here giving chase to this stalker, and this poor Zealot who just seems just taking pop shots, man.
Yep, and double sentry there is going to go ahead and this is where Helium got to be a little bit careful. A time bomb, maybe a couple of force fields really are exactly what happens, and he just overextended himself. DJHelium is going to try to take out at least one sentry, but is not that masterful. Oh, he finally does manage to get it down. Oh, wow. But DJHelium did definitely come out the loser in that outcome. Lost 400 resources compared to the 250. DJHelium lost all the Reapers, all the Marines. Super DRG only lost a single sentry, a single Zealot. And with this forward pylon here comes that 4 quad. Looks like a little bit of a 4 gate, and it's going to hit as soon as that defense is finished up. The +1 shields.
Yep, with this though, these Hellions here, I don't know how well it's gonna work. Because Zealots are going to get crushed by these Hellions, but they may just run on by straight into the main here. I'd really like to see him possibly get that Mothership Core back, use a Photon Overcharge or something, because this may be hurtful.
Well, DJHelium is going to be surrounded very quickly on this bunker. It will go down eventually, and actually, it looks like Super just decides to bypass it altogether, go straight into the main, and he decides to pull back his Hellions there for defense, and now it's going to be SCV versus Zealot, and generally the Zealots win, even though it does have a single Mothership Core as backup. A little bit of a mistake there by Helium. Already looking at the workers kill count, already at 8, 10, 11, 12. The Hellions finally get there. They're going to start roasting alive these Zealots, but at what cost? Another fresh stream in from that 4 gate brings in 4 Stalkers. Perfect usage of the units for against those Hellions. Those Hellions are going to drop one at a time. Look at that micro pulling back those weakened Stalkers, and looks like the little SimCity-esque of Helium might actually be a little bit of a detriment to himself, since the Marines aren't going to be trained at the same spot or the side that he really wants to. A medevac there, SCV surround. Looks like that aggression is finally cleaned up, but at the cost of 15 SCVs, food count 40, 65 for Super. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely. The funny thing is that out of all of that, he's just barely behind on the resources tab, at least resource-wise. But the fact that 15 of those are SCVs is pretty much the tale, because the units lost tab doesn't really reflect like kind of what's going on so far. But the fact that those are all workers is what's really detriment.
Yeah, and looking at the income tab, we see 57 hard versus just the 30. Even the power of the OP mules can't really save DJHelium at this point. I mean, he has a refiner there at his natural expansion, but really nothing there, and that really shows in his army size. I mean, he has a single Marauder, Marine, Hellion, 1 Viking, and 2 medevacs. I mean, he does have a bunker full of Marines, and that Oracle finally crossed the map, got himself 3 very easy kills. Going to go ahead and head off into the main. Nothing there for defense. Going to get himself another kill. 5. Up to 5 kills. And finally going to scoot away. That Oracle is definitely paid off for himself. And a second one going to join his victorious brother in glorious battle. And behind this, Super's just taking his own expansion as well. Wow.
Yep, grabbing that risky third base here. Does already have it queued up though for all the gas, a couple more pylons, and an initial photon cannon to prevent any kind of, cloak banshee plays or detour drops, things of that nature. That's definitely a good idea. It's never a bad idea to throw a cannon or 2 in your base.
And this is what I love about these pros. A lot of people could say it's all about build order, and it's this or it's that, but it's being able to micromanage what your opponent is doing compared to what you are doing, and just basically making correct decisions at the same time about macroing back home. I mean, looking at the APM, the average for Super is 271, currently at about 400, which is huge. Especially when you're going up against a high Masters level player. The decision to bring those, to bypass that bunker altogether and just rush up to the front with those Zealots was just really the turning point in this battle. Now this Oracle is just going to have free reign on all of these SCVs, really, since that missile turret is just out of position. Phoenixes are being queued up, and really it's just DJHelium. I do not see how he's going to be able to claw his way back, even though there is a huge battle at the front of his third.
Yeah, but his time bomb has got a lot of sentries in case. Oh, looks like he's gonna do the old switcheroo, fly right into the main.
But right here, looks like a couple of Phoenix are going to try to pick off a single medevac, but no, not really going to be able to do so. Super, I think he just overacted just a bit by bringing his entire army over to that third, but that's A-okay. Finally, he's going to go ahead and catch up. Charge is already finished. Managed to bring down that Cybernetic Core, so only thing being able to warp in are Zealots. Currently, the Oracles are there, but they're out of energy. Can't do that Pulsar beam just yet. Now it's just going to be, wow. And looks like all the medevacs were taken down. Perfect move again by Super. No chance for retreat by his forces, and now it looks like, looking at the units lost tab, it might be evened up just a little bit, but not really. Looks like Helium's going to try to take his third, but here come, I mean, the army supply of Super is 49 going up to 50, and it's just streaming all the way across the map. Compared to the 45 of Helium, I don't think that's going to be enough.
Yeah, well, only time will tell at this point. Little confused, though, at the existence of those Vikings, since as of yet, we have yet to really see any Colossus out. I don't even know if he has a support
I
bay.
don't think he built one just yet. I mean, I don't think, honestly, he can support it with a robotics facility on top of that Stargate, on top of that early 4-gate, and now he's just massing up. He's finally putting down a robotics bay, but he's massing up a bunch more gateways. I mean, why not? When you're so far ahead, just start throwing everything on there. I want to be surprised. Yep, there's that Dark Shrine as well, to throw in shrines and High Templar archives.
In case he ever actually gets. In case he ever gets actually behind, you know that. You know
Yeah,
the
went
damage.
behind Dark Shrine. I mean, why not? But behind, I don't think he is, since he's grabbing his fourth of that. At the same time, the DJHelium's third just finished. Here comes, going to see a little bit of an engagement. But look at that Envision or Revelation. Revelation or Envision, one of the two spells is going to go ahead and spot the entire army of DJHelium, and looks like Super's going to go ahead and push forward. Sees the army, says, nah, not just yet. Finally, Garden Shield is up. Here come the charge lots. Nice force fields, but really left a gap, let a lot of the Marauders go through. There goes those money force fields, finally trapping all of the Marauders of DJHelium. Those Vikings finally had something to shoot in those Phoenixes, but now without anything else to shoot, they're just going to go ahead and be pummeled away by those Stalkers. There goes the entire army of DJHelium. 22 army supply to 61. Oh man, gravitic drive, blink, +2 weapons already finished, +3 are underway. DJHelium is just doing his best to try to save anything he can. Massive mule exit is back to the natural. But once the High Templar archives are being put down as well, where is that fleet beacon? That's all that's left for Super to build, actually.
Yeah, that fleet bacon.
There, where is it? Ah, come on, get it. I would like to see some carries. He's actually just building a Dark Lamp. Right now, he's definitely having some fun. Exactly what we predicted pretty much early on in the game. DJHelium pretty much held on for a solid, I would say, 7 minutes before he finally just got outplayed, outclassed by Super. But it's still nonetheless a learning experience, I would say, for Helium to be going up against a professional player.
Yep, and definitely another learning experience. And if you're the guy in the missile turn manning that thing bravely as the zealot hacks away and you can do nothing, get out and run, brother.
Oh, there you go. I mean, if you could only just yell at him and say, "Just get the hell to my..." Oh, Widow Mine gets lifted off and tried. A for effort. Oh, and Warp Prism harass with DTs and zealots. This is immediately target down that missile turret. There's not much that DJHelium can do at this point with that. I mean, he does have plenty of scans. He brings home a sizable army, but another sizable army of his opponent is right there at the front. Pulls all the SCVs for repair, but before they could even start repairing, the bunker gets taken down, and now the expansion is laid bare for Super. GG, well played. So go, Gosu. GG, heart. Thank you. That was fun. For those of you saying there's no difference between high masters, grandmasters, and professional level players, there it is.
Word.
So that was it for this replay. I hope you guys enjoyed. If not, leave comments down below on what we could do to make these more enjoyable for you. Also, if you guys have your own replays you'd like for us to cast, feel free to upload them to one of the major replay sites. Drop.se, GG Tracker, all good times. That's it for me. Any parting words of wisdom?
Don't be a missile turret guy. It's a terrible job, and the pay isn't great, and the benefits suck.
Word. Later, guys.
Have a good one.